Hey everybody, John here. Welcome back to 2 Weeks One Shot, a tabletop RPG variety podcast. We are excited to announce that we hit over 500 downloads. We want to give a great big thank you to everyone who has been listening to the show and everyone who's followed us on social media. This week we're starting a brand new adventure in a brand new system, Call of Cthulhu 7th edition, published by Chaosium Inc. Okay, let's get going. Did you remember to pack the Necronomicon? I am not turning around again.
Okay. You are going to come in, you're going to say something stupid like, walnuts or whatever, brain food, right? No. The real food that you that you have to solve problems with your brain is smart water.
That's not a food, Alex. That's not a snack. You don't eat smart water, Alex.
But it goes in your mouth where the rest of the food goes. And what would my brand of smart water be called?
Yeah, what would you call it?
Alex water.
Alex water, of course.
Put it in your mouth.
Oh, what a creative, unique way of spinning smart water to be your product.
It's the marketing line that sells it.
Alex water. Yeah, you solved every problem with Alex water. Got a mystery to solve? You got it. Got a divorce? Drink Alex water. Tax problems? Not anymore. Alex water. That's what.
God, what is there to say after that? I don't normally eat while solving a problem, but if I had some Alex water on me, maybe I would start to.
Welcome to 2 Weeks One Shot, the tabletop RPG podcast where we play a one-shot campaign every 2 weeks from different tabletop RPG systems. My name is John. I will be running tonight's campaign. Tonight, joining us at the table are my fellow acquaintances and investigators, I guess, although I don't really have confidence in that term.
Amateur investigators.
Yeah, there's a lot of room there. And we'll go with friends. Introduce yourselves.
Yeah, my name is Alex, and I'm the founder and co-owner of Alex Water, a completely different brand of water.
Intellectually distinct.
Yeah, Alex is here tonight to announce the hostile takeover of the Smart Water Corporation.
Get ready, Smart Water.
Hi, my name is Harold, and you know me. You've read my books. You've seen my movies. How are you? What's going on? Are you okay? Talk to me. Are you drinking enough water? Alex Water.
TM.
Hey, last but and also least, it's me. I'm Brian. You might know me as Helix Missionary in some circles. And I am not a co-owner of Alex Water yet, but I'm very excited at the prospect of one day wresting control of the company, and it's gonna be a good finale to the Alex Water story.
Hey Brian, can I real quick sidebar?
Yeah,
away from everyone else. So
yeah. Hold on. Let's slip away from everybody else for a moment.
Yeah, guys, if y'all can jump off the call real quick. Hey, Brian.
Yeah. What's up?
What the fuck, dude?
What?
Right. We fucking talked to. I know you came in and you were like, "Oh, I'm gonna make Brian water." No, fuck you, dude. All right.
No, listen. I thought we were in this together. I thought we were on brand with this. I thought we were on board, like same page.
Look, it just doesn't hit the same if we say Alex Brian water. It doesn't sell. All right.
No. That's why I didn't say it. I didn't say. Did you hear me say Alex Brian water? I didn't say it because we agreed that wasn't what it was going to be.
I know that's where your fucking head was going. Look, we need to jump back on the call. I'm gonna let Harold and John back on the call, and we're gonna talk about this later.
All right. I hope that this isn't going to come between us, dude.
Anyway, hey, Harold, John, welcome back to the call, guys.
I for one, am really excited about what we're doing tonight.
Yeah, I'm so psyched for this episode.
What about our listeners who are new to tabletop RPGs? What do they need to know about what we're doing?
For those of you joining us who might be new to tabletop RPGs, a one-shot campaign is an adventure you play with a group of quote-unquote friends that begins and ends all in one sitting. Tonight's campaign, we're going to be playing in Call of Cthulhu 7th edition. Call of Cthulhu is based on the mythos and the stories of H.P. Lovecraft. It's largely focuses on the idea of cosmic horror, which, if you're not familiar, is the idea that humans are an extremely small part of an extremely large universe. Ghosts, other dimensional monsters, cults, and ancient old gods exist in the shadows waiting to strike. So players play as investigators trying to untangle dark mysteries and stop otherworldly beings from laying waste to humanity. There's a great number of evils for investigators to encounter, and not all of them will leave them with their sanity intact. Like other tabletop RPGs that we've played, the DM, or Keeper of Arcane Lore in this case, presents situations and challenges to the players who decide on a course of action and roll dice to determine the outcome. Our adventure tonight is set in the USA in 1969. A group of like-minded individuals based in Boston, Massachusetts have banded together to investigate weird stories, ghost sightings, and strange going-ons, and they call themselves Mythos Incorporated. Traveling with their sweet painted van, the gang and their dog Comfies follow the signs of mysterious happenings all across the East Coast. And now, before we unmask the ghosts haunting the fairgrounds, let's get ready, steady, roll. Tonight's adventure is called Mythos Incorporated. September 1969. Nixon is in office, and a man walked on the moon just a couple of months ago. To Americans all around, the universe just became that much bigger. Citizens of the USA turn to NASA and science fiction as they wonder about what else is out there. But there's so much more that lurks beyond the clouds and beneath their own soil waiting to be discovered. The gang had received a letter a few days ago from a Mr. August Moss, asking them to come to Theory, Pennsylvania, to help his employer with a continuing problem at their steel mill. You're going to meet Mr. Moss for breakfast at the local diner and go over what he needs of you. He didn't really tell you what else. No specifics yet, but you've been on the road for a few hours since the morning in your sweet van. The past two of which you've been spending in Pennsylvania on the winding, wooded mountain roads. If you've never been there before, you do kind of feel like you're in the middle of nowhere. The clouds above are kind of strange. They almost look like an ocean as they rise and fall upside down. You watch as you pass a sign that says Theory, 10 miles, and the gang's dog Comfy shifts in his seat and glances at each of the gang in turn. Why don't y'all introduce yourselves?
Well, Leslie Torrance here. Local, back in Boston, local columnist and editor. I write a weekly musings column with kind of trademarking a lot of the now well-known phrases that you hear normally, like life is a beach.
Oof.
Yeah, totally. Attribute that to Leslie Torrance, all right? That was hard-hitting stuff in the 69, all right? That's the year of the sex number. I'm well-educated and well-versed in research and journalism, but I don't really apply much effort to that part of my job because where my real passion comes through, where Leslie really gets his kicks, ghost hunting and the occult. Definitely way more in his wheelhouse.
Hey, my name is Jimmy Grotanks. I was, out in the war. I fought in Vietnam. I was a medic out in the jungles of Hanoi. I came back after the war, and I became a photographer. It's a great life being a freelancer, working for different places. Anyways, I got myself a little bit of a beat. I'm committed to the craft, So I work for different newspapers. I work with this guy over here. He drags me off for these occult things, this ghost things. I'm not really into the whole ghost thing, whatever's, but between you and me, it's aliens. It's all aliens. And by the by, it's not the group's dog. Comfy's McSquirt is my dog. I saved him. I rescued him. He sleeps with me every night. He's my Comfy's, okay? But you guys can hang out with him, of course. It's fine, of course.
What kind of dog is Comfy's McSquirt? And yes, audience, it's McSquirt.
Comfy's McSquirt is a beautiful male Australian Shepherd Siberian Husky Labradoodle mix. A bit of a mutt, per se. Just a solid stock, an aged 9 years old with still that puppy vibe in his lanky arms.
Like Zoinks, gang. I hope we get there soon. After all, I am Ivan Ivanyevich Ivansky, also known to some as Old Man Ivan. And I bring with me many traditions and an older way of looking at these strange things from the old country. which I left. Don't worry about why. Don't ask me why. Don't get into all that. But just know that I have a bag filled with spices and herbs for burning, and a crowbar for all the things you need a crowbar for.
They are many.
Yes.
We joined this group of individuals who are interested in the occult and tracking down mysteries on their way to Theory, Pennsylvania. Been driving for quite a long time, and finally you see the sign. It says Theory, a turn. Who's driving?
I'm driving. It's my van. I own it.
Leslie and anyone else who's paying attention does see the sign for Theory. You're still in this just wooded section. Doesn't seem like anything is out there. And as you turn, you see what looks to be a very small town. In fact, it seems to be one street, and it's kind of odd. Like it goes down, then it turns, but like this is all you see right now is just this one street. You do notice that you are low on gas. Conveniently enough, the gas station is right there, right off the highway, and you can pull in.
I'm gonna pull it in, but as I do so, I'm gonna look back and I'm gonna say, everyone okay? Bathroom breaks? Anything like that? I'm tired of this pecan situation. This is not sustainable inside of my van.
Yes, I could really use, how you say, taking the leak.
I'm gonna get out of the van and I'm gonna start taking some photos of this quaint little town here.
Hey, Ivan, why did you leave the old country?
I said not to ask.
God, well, I'll get you one of these days, old man. I pull in the van. So good.
So good. And as you guys are discussing in front of the pub, there's a knock on the passenger side door window.
Oh!
You see a youngish kid, like maybe not necessarily a kid, like in the early 20s, red hair, kind of skinny, lanky. Hey, you want a pump? You need gas or what?
How are we on the gas, Leslie?
I tap the gas tank really hard, and I'm like, oh man, we're like it's broken. I don't know. I never know.
It's empty.
It's empty, but it's always empty, you know, like fuck.
Yeah, yes, young man, fill it up as you can.
Sure.
And then come to us and we will give you the appropriate number of dollars for the task that you perform.
Here's $1. Get yourself a college education, kiddo.
If you want to stretch your legs, you can. It's dark out. It's pretty late. You left probably like midday. It's about a 6-hour drive from Boston.
We are meeting this Mr. Morse? Mr. Moss?
Mr. August Moss, owner of the steel mill.
Is this one of our weird Mr. Ink jobs, or is this for the paper?
Mythos Inc.
Intellectually distinct Mythos Incorporated.
Yes.
In the letter, he has a meeting arranged for you guys for tomorrow morning at the local diner called the Steel Box Diner. And he's also comped you a room at the local inn, the Main Inn. Where you are right now, if you get out, you see that you are at Phil's Filling. At one point, the sign probably said Phil's Filling Station, but the station has worn off. And now it just says Phil's Filling.
Or Phil's really diversified the type of filling that he does. Hey-oh.
Yo. Hey. Whoa. Hey. Whoa.
Oh, sorry. I stole your thing, Harold. Didn't mean to.
The younger gentleman there, if you indicate to pump the gas, he'll start doing that for you. He speaks to us like, so you guys coming to town? What are you doing?
Is this town? Are we here? Did we make it?
I mean, you coming to Theory? This is Theory.
Yes. We are, here, in Theory. Haha.
Yeah. I never heard that one.
Hey, kid, ask him why he left the old country.
Oh, you have an old country?
Okay, yeah, now ask him why he left it.
Why are you here? Do you miss it?
Yes.
Why'd you leave there?
Leslie, why do you do this? Why do you do this to me everywhere we go? Every time we go anywhere, we talk to anyone, it is, ask them why he left old country. Ask why he he has old country. Why would he?
Listen, I don't mean any offense. I'm just wondering what you folks are doing. We don't get a lot of people here.
It is a very long story, and I somehow feel that we don't have a long enough period of time to spend dwelling on it.
Do you have directions to the Main Inn?
Oh, yeah, it's right here on Main Street.
Oh, we're on Main Street. Well, that's easy. How about where's the Steel Box Diner?
Also on Main Street.
Okay. Okay.
How many streets do you have?
We have 2 streets and 1 road to the mill. We have Main Street and Residential Drive.
I'm assuming everybody lives on Residential Drive.
Well, actually, not a whole lot of people live on residential right now, but after the fires.
The fires?
Yeah, I don't know what exactly happened, but somebody started a fire, caught a lot of houses on. Nobody's really in town right now.
Oh.
That and the steel mill closing down a couple months ago. It's just all that.
Oh, but the steel mill closed. I suppose this is also why you say there is not much business to be had?
No, yeah. We don't get a whole lot of people normally, but now there's almost no reason to come here. I mean, I probably see the most people. So, wait, where are you from? Because I see, was that a Massachusetts plates? Or?
Yeah, kid, we're from Boston. Hey, how are you, kid? And I take a photo of him. I take a photo of the child. How are you, kid? What are you doing around here? What do you do for fun?
He looks a little like perplexed by that and a little disoriented. You just flashed the photo.
I take another photo.
Oh gosh. I mean, I'm from here, but I mean, I sure'd love to go to Boston. There's not really much to do here. Go to like Boston, New York, something. There's nothing here. I mean,
you leaving town? Is it the plan?
I'd love to. I mean, I was working on the steel mill for a while, and I got hurt, and my grandpa left all this to me. Gestures to the filling station. He had stuff all around at one point, but yeah, I'd like to get out, get somewhere where there's more than a handful of people, and I know them all.
You should go to the big cities where like people's be, it's a big town where you can like really move around.
Yeah.
Really stretch your legs and see the world. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, young man, what is your name?
Oh, my name's Danny Howard.
2 first names, huh?
And you all? Yeah, I'm sorry, I lost my manners there.
I am Ivan, but do not worry about them, and do not worry about what this one says about the big cities and all that. Sometimes the small town way of life is good, and you can, if you enjoy your life here, you stay here.
Well, I think I've had about enough of life here, to be honest, but I don't know. Hopefully one day I can get out. You notice as he's filling up your gas, he does spark up a cigarette and doesn't seem to be bothered by that at all.
Neither are we. It's 1969.
I'll have one too, actually.
I ask him for the light for a cigar.
He will share freely.
I brought some sparklers. Let's just hand some around.
How patriotic.
He shares freely, finishes up the gas, and it charges you an appropriate amount that's, I don't know, $5.
He does a quick little gas squirt and hits one of us with the gas. Oh, that was silly.
We laugh. We put the match out on our clothes.
How much are you, kid?
Oh, that's like he just checks the pump. He's like, $5 should be fine.
That's fucking highway robbery, you thief. Here's your $5.
We kill him. We murder him.
I shoot him.
Hey, last time I checked, it was about half. Well, anyways, the main inn is right over there. I don't know what type of business you're going to be doing, but I mean, good luck.
Good luck to you, little city boy with big city dreams.
Hey, yo, keep it easy.
He seems very happy that you said that, not getting any sarcasm if you put any in.
I didn't. I meant it.
Yeah, we're sincere group of people.
He is hopeful, and he will be here to remain.
So before we move on, should I describe what the thing on the side of the van is?
Yes, please do. Describe our sweet painted van.
So our van really just shows it's almost like those street side sketches that you get of people where like the head's super exaggerated and they're riding on top of a surfboard.
Caricatures?
It's a caricature of all 3 of us with comfies on the front, riding a surfboard. It in no way implies that we hunt ghosts in any way.
That's great.
It just says 3 men and a dog above that. That's it.
We're just 3 men who spend too much intimate time together.
We're an intrepid group of men who spend time together.
In about a decade, you can pitch the sitcom.
A few more decades, our lifestyle will be accepted.
Finally, intrepid groups of men will be able to roam free across America.
Solving mysteries.
Well, I mean, yeah, in 1989, with the fall of the Soviet Union and the Berlin Wall and all that, it's going to lead to the acceptance of Russians mingling with Americans. That's obviously what we mean.
Russians can finally join intrepid groups of men. That's what I'm saying.
So you have your gas. You've paid the man. Gotten any cigarettes or whatever you want from his little shop. And you can go, he points down the road, and it's like a 10-second drive to the main inn. This is one street. As you're driving, it's dark out. It's, I don't know, probably around 9 or 10 at night, and you don't see a whole lot, but you do see what looks to be other businesses. Some of them seem to be closed, have maybe like boarded up a little bit. So yeah, you get to the main inn. It's a very small place, and it's kind of like, it's just 3 rooms, and it's like just a step above like a motel, but like it has the charm of a place that the owner like cares about it, but it has the amenities of a place that you stay for $22 a night.
Can I just ask, is it spooky?
It's dark, and it has a neon sign that is partially out.
I don't know, guys. It seems a little spooky.
It says the My Inn.
Not that I'm worried about things being spooky, of course.
Stop being such a spooked little bitch. We are going in.
No, you're right. Of course, I don't believe in any of this stuff, so, whatever. I'm just saying, it doesn't look like a very sanitary, I don't know, maybe Comfies and I will stay in the van tonight,
No. Every time you stay in the van, you all end up chewing up the seats, and it's not even just Comfies. I know it's you. There are people teeth marks on my seats.
I have an iron deficiency thing, so
You're not gonna get it in cushion.
it's so embarrassing when you bring stuff like this. Hey, oh wait,
These seats are corduroy upholstery. I don't know.
it's 1969. Everything's made out of metal.
Listen, we have been given free rooms at this motel. We stay there. We use them. We go inside.
God help me if we're all in the same room again. God.
If we are, I do claim bed as I am oldest.
You love it, Leslie. Don't lie to me. You love it.
I love Comfies. Come here, Comfies. Yeah, who's a good Comfies?
Hey, no, he sleeps with me. Okay, he's my sleepy buddy.
No.
Ivan sighs and gets out of the van to go on inside and find out what's the deal with our rooms.
So if you're gonna go inside, you see an older man, very...
What are you doing in our room? No, I'm sorry. We're not going into our room yet.
You're not going into your room. You're going into the lobby.
Got it.
It's an okay place. It's not super dirty, but it's still cheap. There's an older, like mid-50s gentleman behind a counter with, plaid shirt and some jeans. And he looks at you. He just like looks at you to acknowledge that you've come in. He doesn't say anything.
Good evening, sir. How are you? You are good? We are good?
Fine.
That's good. That's fine.
Are you the ones coming for the room? Mr. Moss?
Here for a room from Mr. Moss, yes.
Okay, you're
Is it just the one room?
I mean that's all he paid for.
Yeah, I figured.
One room. It's a room.
How many beds?
We got a double bed.
Anything else in there?
There's a love seat couch, the furniture piece. Very comfy.
See, this is what I'm talking about right here. This is it. This is why Comfy and I is going to be in the van.
You're room 3.
We are going to take a room. How many keys? 1, 3, 2?
I have 1 key for each room.
Swipe. Got it. I got the key. I love keys.
Leslie is always in charge of keys.
Hey, we got a system, right? We give it to Comfy, and then he decides who goes in and who goes out.
I think I prefer Leslie is in charge of keys.
Yeah, that old system, Comfies just kept eating the keys, and then we wouldn't get them for another hour. It wasn't very efficient. I'll take the keys. I got the keys.
No keys for you tonight, Comfies.
He hands you the keys and slides something for you to sign. If you have nothing else, you can go and go to your room. As you open the door, it's a very small place. It's a single room and a bathroom. It has like a double bed, and then it also has a small couch. Not quite a love seat. It is bigger than maybe you have hoped. Yeah. What's the sleeping arrangements?
I don't suppose any of you have enough money to buy another room to pay for another bed.
I mean, hey, I already said I'm out in the van, so, you guys have a good spooning, you know what I'm saying?
Not sleeping in the van. You're not sleeping in the van.
Why? Why can't I sleep in the van? I do it all the time.
Every time. Yeah, I know. All right? Even when we're not on a job, you're sleeping in my van.
I'm on the road a lot. I'm a freelancer. I thought we worked this out together.
Leslie, what if I sleep in the van?
I don't want anyone sleeping in the van. I hate when you guys sleep in my van.
I tell you what, Ivan and I will sleep in the vans. Comfies, you can stay in here with the room with this nice man, okay? You win, you get comfies.
I don't want to sleep in the van with this one.
No, I'm amenable to that.
No, we all sleep in here.
Okay, fine. We all sleep in here. Comfies gets the van.
All right, I'm okay with that. I love Comfies.
Wait, no, I can't be without comfies. Comfy's, come here, bud. Come spoil us.
You know what? Yeah, actually, Comfy's gets to the bed. We'll all sleep on the floor. How about that?
I flip Comfy's over and I rub Comfy's belly in the middle of the bed. I'm like Comfy's roll around in the sheets.
Leslie gets in on that too.
We should have asked about the nearest liquor store.
Who's a good Comfy's?
So wait, what is the sleeping situation now?
Comfy sleeps in the bed. We all sleep on the floor.
Well, there is enough blankets for everyone, and you can use some of the pillows, and so nobody's gonna sleep on the couch. Just everyone's going straight for the floor.
Comfy's gets all the blankets and pillows.
I don't snag the couch, actually.
Wow, what an asshole.
He's an older guy. He'll mess his back up.
Leslie's sleeping in the tub.
In the middle of the night, I sneak into the bed and spoon Comfy's for the rest of the evening.
You all settle down for the night on the floor and the couch, and you do have some trouble getting to sleep. Maybe it's the fact that you're on the floor. Maybe it was a long drive, or the fact that you're all crammed into this small room, or you're in an unfamiliar place, or whatever it is. It's kind of a rough.
Or maybe you're just having flashbacks of Vietnam. Who knows?
Yeah, maybe. Who knows? But it's a rough night.
It's true. I do have a way of walking around the room as I sleep, and Comfy's has very vocal nightmares, so.
You're there to therapy dog Comfy's, essentially.
It works both ways, It works both ways. In a way, we saved each other.
Oh.
You're not really certain if you ever actually fell asleep. It was like one of those nights where you're just constantly waking up, and at some point you must have fallen asleep because you're not like extremely tired, but you can at least, that you didn't stay up through the night because each of you had some varying version of a dream. In the dream, you saw yourself as an apple on a tree, and you realized there were a bunch of other apples on the tree. At the end of each day, a figure would come up to the tree, stand for a bit, and walk away. As time went on, you and the other apples began to wither and rot, and some fell from the branches. And every day that figure would come and wait, and then leave. And then it wasn't until all of you were black and shriveled that you were finally picked from the tree by this figure and placed in his basket. And that was your dream. And you wake up.
Comfy's, did you pee in the bed again? Comfy's. Oh, Comfy's.
Oh, I peed on the floor.
Now that you mention it, I peed also.
Is that weird? Ivan, did you pee?
No, this is why I take the couch. I have learned.
This is why they've never shown this part of Scooby-Doo.
Well, this was a phenomenally awful night. Not good sleep, not good dream. Nothing. So let's go meet with our man, and I need big breakfast, lots of coffee to get over this one.
No apples, you know what I'm saying?
Apples? Wait, you saw apples?
Yeah, saw apples.
What kind of apples?
Like super gross, like black ones on a tree.
Wait, so you also saw the apples that rotted and then
Yeah.
they withered and
Yeah. And you know what the crazy thing was, man? You know what the crazy thing was? There was like a guy in my dream. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was like a guy. I couldn't see his face, and I wanted him to pick me.
Oh, see, I didn't want to be picked in my dream, but then I got picked at the end.
Yeah, I didn't want to be picked either. Not that I had the same dream, but I wouldn't.
No. I mean, that's crazy. That'd be ridiculous. That doesn't happen.
Well, did you have same dream, Leslie?
I totally had the same dream you all had.
What?
Okay.
Like Zoinks, gang.
Like Zoinks, for sure. Yeah, like whoa, wait, hey, whoa, hey, whoa, hey, whoa, wait, whoa, hey, whoa, hey, whoa.
This has been Sounds of the East Coast, brought to you by Harold. Thank you for listening, and good night.
Let's do with that like I do with all my other problems. Just bury it deep and have a drink.
Have a drink?
You know what? I think that's the best way to ignore this.
Let us hope that this steel box diner carries alcohol. Hey.
Hey, it's John again, and I've been asked to make sure that no one has lost their sanity due to any giant squid monsters yet. If you have lost your sanity for some other reason, I mean, that's fine. We're mostly concerned with the giant squid monsters and any scarring experiences regarding 3 intrepid men and their dog. We'd also like to take a second to shout out rolemusic for providing our awesome intro song titled The River, one-man symphony for the additional scene music throughout the episode. Find them on Bandcamp and Patreon. the contributors at freesound.org for all the sound effects and ambient noise that you hear. Check out the show notes for more info and links to all the music in the episodes. We also like to shout out our new friends at Carney Sideshow on Twitch. They play Dungeons & Dragons live for your entertainment, and even let you, as the audience, help or hinder them as they play by using their channel points. We've also been having a lot of fun interacting with them on Twitter and on their stream, and we think that you would too. Speaking of, if you like the show and you want to hear more from us, you can find us on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at TwoScast. That's TWOS cast. And use the hashtag TwoScast to say hello. We also want to let you know that we are on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, and Podbean. And if you leave a review on Apple Podcasts, we'll give you a shout out. Like Polio2010, who said, I listened to the first story arc, and I have to say, in addition to being entertaining and compelling, the voice work and editing are top notch, especially for a new series. Thanks, Polio. We're at least like 60% sure that you're not an account that Alex's mom made, but we appreciate it nonetheless. The next episode will be published on May 11th, so stay tuned as the gang unravels more of the mystery. Okay, on to the diner. Hope they have pancakes. You can come out of your room there, and you see the same man that gave you the key. You see he has a bed there behind the counter. He has that's his setup, I guess. Seems that's where he lives.
Yeah.
I pity him?
Right?
Can I roll for pity?
No, you can't. Roll for sanity damage.
No.
Also there, leaning on the counter, is a man in a uniform, in a police uniform. They both, regard you as you come out of the room.
Gentlemen, morning.
This guy is set up with your good old cowboy hat / state trooper looking hat. Not really state trooper, like a cowboy hat. Like it's a personal choice type of thing,
Yeah, he totally consciously wore that.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Like that's what he thinks he needs to look like. Every day.
He's one of those guys.
And man, I left my notes for what this guy's name is. So his name is William.
His name's Cracker Barrel.
William Barrel.
Also, Comfy's McSquirt.
His name's Grow Tank.
Hey, folks. The officer says, haven't seen you before.
Officer, good morning.
Good morning, officer.
Sheriff, but that's fine.
Officer Sheriff, good morning.
It's Officer Barrel.
Officer Sheriff Barrel.
I thought it would be Sheriff Barrel.
Sheriff Barrel.
Barrel Sheriff.
Sheriff Barrel.
Is there anything we can help you with, Sheriff Barrel?
Not really much going on here, since everyone's, gone. There's only a handful of people in the town right now, so I have things pretty much taken care of.
I just meant if there was a reason you were here at the motel, but no, of course.
I'm glad to hear your job's really easy, though. You sound pretty happy about the fire and the steel mill.
This was not an offer for me to help you. We are not adventurers looking for a job. We are just. I was making pleasant conversation, as I am told you do.
Oh well, he points outside the window, and you see his a police cruiser there. He's like, I'm in room 2 there. My house also was a part of that fire you mentioned. Yeah, you're new here, but you know what's going on.
We met a very lovely redhead young man at the gas station.
So lovely, loveliest boy. Darling boy.
He's the loveliest redhead boy I've ever met.
No, well, not that lovely.
Oh, Danny. Yeah, young Danny.
Adorable.
I pity him.
We're going to adopt him. We're going to take him back to the city and teach him French.
Is Alex just anti small town? He's like, I'm from the city, bitch.
I don't know. Should I feel bad for all these people?
They're just small town folks, man.
Well, I feel bad for them.
This guy lives in his lobby. The cop is living in a motel. There's a small boy running a gas station all by himself. What the fuck is this place?
They're just small town folks.
We don't do things around here like they do up in the big city.
Does the small boy live in room 1?
Is this a Hallmark movie?
You don't see Danny anywhere.
I was referring to the fact that he was at the gas station.
Probably lives at the gas station inside the pump.
Oh, I thought you said, does he live inside in room 1?
No, I did. I don't expect him to. I'm just joking.
You don't know where he lives. Why do you care about where people live? Why are you trying to pity my town?
No pity. Got it.
No pity. All pity.
Anyway, Sheriff, lovely to meet you, but we do have we have to meet with a man about what are we meeting with him about?
Hey, so Sheriff, we're actually here to possibly take a look at the steel mill. Have you heard anything weird about the steel mill?
Town this size, you hear everything. It's been quite a thing for a year or so. Strange reports I've gotten on my desk from employees, and it's nonsense, really. But they have been having accidents. I know that ever since.
Humor me a little bit. What kind of reports? What kind of reports are we talking here?
How about you give me some sort of skill check? What did you like to use?
I want to roll for pity.
Pity. That's not a thing. So, audience, just like maybe like D&D and some of the other games we play, you have different skills in Call of Cthulhu. However, in Call of Cthulhu, you have a skill rating from 0 to 100. They use percentages. The easiest way to think about it is it's how good you are. If you're in the, from maybe 10 to 25, you're like a beginner, like an amateur. The rating of 50 is when you can start making a living off of it. And when you get to like 70, 80, that's when you're like a master. 100, you don't really see, but that would be like the best in the world. And so to roll that, you take 2 10-sided dice, or the percentile dice, and you roll up a number. And if it's below your skill rating, that's considered a success. And you get varying degrees of that depending on how low you roll.
I like this system because it awards me for rolling low, which is my default habit, apparently. I'm in between using fast talk or psychology.
You know what? Let's do a combined skill check.
Ooh.
So what Alex is going to do is he's going to roll once, and then he's going to compare that to both of his skills. And if either of them succeeds, it's a success overall. Essentially, whichever one is easiest to get is the one he's going to go with.
Okay. Rolling my die. I got a 94. So
Wow.
Ooh. Okay.
Fuck me, right?
This is rolling low is what you want.
Yeah, you attempt to kind of get on his side, be very friendly, but he just kind of says, well, that's not really things I can talk about.
The sheriff doesn't appreciate when I put my arm in his.
Listen, buddy, pal. No, he's it's not really something I can discuss right now.
I like to try a persuade skill check and see if I can jump in on this conversation.
You know what? Because you just did a skill check, this will be a pushed roll.
A push roll? What does that mean?
So, audience and Harold,
Huh?
now this is kind of my own ruling here, but normally if you fail a skill check, that doesn't mean necessarily that everything is bad and everything sucks immediately. You can try again. But if you try again and you fail again, it has more dire consequences. So if you're searching a dark room and you fail, but you want to push it and you fail again, maybe you hurt yourself because it's dark. In this case, because you have already attempted this, I would say, yeah, you need it would be a pushed roll and some more consequences could happen. But because you're working together, I will give you a bonus die.
Yeah. I'll still roll high and get the cop to pull his gun on
A
me.
bonus die is just an extra die he can roll. If it's a better result for him, he takes that one.
Now, does the bonus die use, is that replacing the 10s or the 1s?
The tens, please. Thank you, Brian.
All right.
Okay. So I have 2 percentile ones.
Yeah, 2 of the double-digit 10 dice.
So you should have 3 total.
So he could turn like a 75 into like a 15 and move it from a failure to a success or something.
So you're rolling 2 of the tens ones. So if you roll a 50 and a 5, then that would be 55. But if your other tens was like a 10, then it would be a 15.
Got it. So I can take one or the other.
One or the other. Yeah, whichever one's better.
Got it. Okay.
Similar to the advantage and disadvantage system in D&D 5th edition.
Cool. Neat.
What are you using again? Persuade?
I'm using my persuade skill, which I've put 30 points into.
Okay, so roll it and then tell me what you're going to say.
Okay, I'm going to roll, and I'm going to say... I rolled an 83 is the best out of that push roll.
Oh, God.
Ayo, officer, I don't know if you know this, but we happen to be investigators from out of town, so I'm just saying that, like, maybe people be calling us into town and do some business, that maybe, we could be helpful to use whatever this be happening.
I'd like to put it on record that Ivan is like frowning and shaking his head in the background as this is happening.
To be fair, I think every single one of Brian's characters is pretty much doing that same thing. Just standing in the corner going, no.
I take his picture.
I'm going to have to ask you to not do that, sir.
Oh, sorry, officer.
I would appreciate it if you didn't do that, sir. And listen, I don't know, you're investigators. I don't really care. Look, don't interfere with anything going on around here. All right, now I kindly ask you to leave this be.
We wouldn't dream of it, Sheriff. Come along, Jimmy, Leslie, let's get going.
Yeah, hey, yo, hey. Oh.
Stop talking, Jimmy.
All right, so you can go to the diner. You don't need to drive to the diner because there is a small plot of land right next to the inn, followed by where the diner sits, right next door. So you get to the Steelbox Diner. It's a short little walk from the motel, and it's a traditional looking diner on the outside and the same on the inside. It's very charming, but pretty much all the tables are empty. There is a friendly young woman, it's a waitress behind the bar, and there is an older gentleman at a booth. But other than that, it is dead. The waitress waves at you and seems very interested that somebody is at the diner that she doesn't know. Hello. Welcome. Do you need a seat? Do you want a booth? What can I get for you?
I think we might be here to meet the old dude. Is that August Moss? Do you know?
Yes, that is August.
We're gonna sit over with him. Could you bring over coffee? Just a lot of it.
Of course.
Hey, can I get an order of pancakes and some bacon for me and my little furry friend?
I can get that going for you.
Are we allowed to bring the dog in? Because you were kind of a package deal.
Yeah, they don't really care.
Okay.
This place is great. I love it.
You wouldn't happen to have anything a little bit stronger to put in the coffee, would you?
Oh, yeah.
Just as a secret between you and me, you understand.
And me. I'm in this secret too.
That would have been the tavern, but that is not operating right now.
Lame.
So is that a yes or a no?
That's a no. I don't have anything like that for you here.
That is all right.
Thank God for you, lady. I hate these guys when they're drunk. I mean, it's 8:30 in the morning. They're already trying to get wet. It's horrible. I mean, this is a working environment. It's a group. We're supposed to be doing things together. We're unproductive. Can't go anywhere. I mean, we spent 2 hours trying to get to breakfast.
It is called a good way to start the day, and I would appreciate you not telling me my habits are wrong, young man.
And I told you that this feedback belongs in the suggestion box that is in the back of the van. Okay, and we have a monthly meeting for a reason.
We need to speak with that man at the booth. Let's go.
All right.
I'm going to take this nice lady's photo.
Yeah, much like when John is the GM trying to move the story forward, August Moss is kind of in the background of your group talking, being raising his hand, but not really saying anything.
We should go talk to him. He called us here. He paid for our room. Maybe he will pay for a breakfast if we are nice to him. And, do this the right way, so let's go talk to him.
Oh, free breakfast. That's very American of you, Ivan. I'm so proud.
I know.
The waitress goes off to the kitchen to tell the cook your order and get your coffees settled. Yeah, if you go over there, you see an older man, be in his 60s, some, thinning gray hair, glasses, very kind of mousy looking. Says, hello.
Mr. Moss, I presume?
Yes, I'm Mr. Moss. And he kind of fumbles, stands up to shake your hands. And you are the group that received my letter?
We are the group of intrepid men that you have hired, yes.
Well, sit, please.
I sit in the booth.
But yes, we all sit down.
We all sit on the same side.
Comfy's gets in the booth as well.
Comfy sits next to the guy.
There's 3 people, and Comfy's sitting next to him. The waitress brings coffee for everyone.
And Comfy's.
A little dish of coffee. Very good for dogs. Mr. Moss speaks up. Thank you for coming. I don't know where to begin exactly. My employer, well, I'm the one who, this was my idea. We're trying to sell the mill, and with all of this controversy around it, it's a very hard time. We don't know if there have been vandals coming in. We've had accidents over the past year. We need your help. To clear the name, we're having trouble with the buyers, and we just need to reassure them that everything's fine.
I see what's going on here. They need us for the insurance money. They want us to go in there and take some photos, make it look good. before they ask for the big crazy price. Get their asses cut.
He did just say he's going to sell it.
I know what he's saying, but he's saying that we get a cheap solution for his problems he hasn't fixed.
I was very interested because I know that you are journalists and you have the cameras and the equipment that can provide evidence.
Also, I am here.
Yes, there you are. You're rather large, fellow, aren't you?
So let's backtrack a little bit. What's the controversy of the steel mill?
Well, I suppose it started about a year ago. At this point, Henry Herring, he was the owner. The Herring Steelworks is the mill, and he passed away in some sort of accident at the mill. Since then, his wife has taken over, and there's just been many accidents throughout the year. To the point where with all the accidents and the fire in town, we've just had to shut down. We don't have any workers.
And these accidents, they're all proven as accidental?
I am uncertain, and I suppose that is why I've hired you. We don't know if there's some sort of, vandals going in at night and messing with things. We've had the stairs collapse. We've had the crane fail in the scrapyard, and many other just little various mechanical malfunctions, and somebody was caught on fire, and it's been a lot. On top of that, people were reporting seeing the Molten Man, but it's
whoa, wait, hey, whoa, the Molten Man. Is that like a Frosty the Snowman? Is like a winter creature? Is he here for like the Christmas stuff or what?
No, molten, like hot,
like molting, like he's got a skin thing that he's trying to get out of his. He's like molting into like a new skin.
No. He says molten, like molten metal.
Yes,
like liquid.
How do you know that? You're Russian.
Listen, I don't. There are words I do not know, but this one I do. Molten, liquid, metal. Yes, steel mill. I use context clues to put together. Now, what is this Molten Man? He is a local superstition?
I suppose it's really nothing. It's some 20 years ago. There was a worker when Mr. Herring was still alive that fell into the molten steel and tragically passed away. And of course, there are always stories, children make them up years later that there's a molten man running about to terrorize and burn. But of course, that is, it's nonsense.
If a big guy made out of metal was running around the town, they figured you notice him, right? there's like 3 people here.
I guess not really made out of metal. They say that he's melting, glowing. It doesn't really matter.
Okay. So what do you need from us? You need evidence of supernatural goings on, or do you need...
Oh, quite the opposite.
Okay.
Is it insurance, Mr. Moss? Are you on the line? Are you on the line for these deaths? Are you being sued?
He said already he is looking to sell. They are looking to sell, but no one will buy if they think he's bad juju.
Listen, I just wanted to make sure that our freelance, our for-profit business is being used for, for the proper purposes.
Mr. Moss, if I may attempt to, sum up, you want to sell, but no one will buy because they think there is the bad juju. So you bring us to make sure it's not the bad juju, is just someone causes accident, and if he's the bad juju, we deal with it.
Yeah. Now, Mr. Moss, just so you know, switching it to good juju is an extra fee.
That's fine. I can pay at least 50% more of what I mentioned in my letter.
Okay, boys, write that in. He said he'd pay 50% more for good juju.
I don't believe in such things, but I know that you have specialized equipment that could document a night in the place.
He has camera, he has microphone and tape recorder. It's nothing special.
It's pretty special.
No. I got like a special lens. I can throw it on there. I can make it look like it's
I tell you what is special equipment. You see this bag? This bag is the special equipment.
Oh, is it a special bag?
No, in the bag. Well, yes, but only for sentiment. The bag is special because it's family heirloom. But in the bag, also family heirlooms, but more useful ones. Not the bag is not useful. Continue.
Is the bag sentimentality tied to why you won't talk about why you left the old country?
Maybe.
Ooh, I'm getting close. Okay.
The waitress brings the pancakes, I think is what was ordered. Mr. Moss also had ordered something small, like breakfast sandwich. Y'all eat. After the plates and everything are cleared away, Mr. Moss just says, well, if you'll follow me, we're to meet my boss, Miss Scarlett's at the mill.
All right. We're right behind you, Moss.
You get in the van and follow him. And now that you're driving in the daytime, you can see that, a lot of the businesses are shut down. It looks like over the top of some of the businesses on the one side of the street, you do see the tops of some houses, some chimneys, and some of them do appear to be blackened and burnt. So you go all the way to the end of the street. You see there is one turn that seems to go to that residential area, and then the other road kind of goes and winds off into the woods. That takes actually a couple hours to get to the mill from the town. But you wind your way through the road and all the trees, and finally you come upon Herring Steelworks. You see when you come to the buildings, there's three buildings sitting alongside a river, and it's fenced in on all sides except for the river. There's some smokestacks coming out of the larger building, connected to like a smaller building. Like two of them seem to be factory floors. One of them is like a little bit more mundane. It has like drainage into the river. It's a pretty small factory, but I mean it's legit. You pull into the parking lot, and as you're getting out of the car, you see there is a older woman with a very nice coat, red hair, juggling papers around and trying to get into her car, which is also a pretty nice car.
What are you talking about here? American made?
Rolls Royce.
Oh, fancy. Fantastic.
Yeah, car stuff.
Car stuff.
Total car stuff. Does it have wheels?
4 wheels.
Ooh, baby. Those wheels.
And one extra in the back.
Whoa.
Check out that engine that the car has. Listen to that baby make noises.
What nice doors that car has.
And Mr. Moss kind of rushes ahead towards her to help her with the papers that have fallen. Miss Scarlett, these are them. These are the ones that I hired. She just kind of looks at you as she's like organizing the papers.
That's right. We're 3 men and a dog. How are you?
AOE.
I am far too short on time.
I take a photo.
Oh, our deepest apologies.
Good sir, I would appreciate you not taking my photo unannounced.
Hey, I'm just doing my job.
What job is that?
I'm an investigator. We're here to investigate.
And you're investigating me?
We were informed by your man, Mr. Moss here, that we are to be looking into some of the events that have happened here. And we need just the pictures for establishing the scene.
Yes, very well. I mean,
I take another photo.
do what you have to do. I have a phone call. I have to get this sorted out.
Of course, we will look around. We may have some questions. We can ask you after your business.
Ask me tomorrow.
Where is she taking her phone call? She's out here in the middle of nowhere. Here with a car.
It looks like she's gonna get into her car and go somewhere.
She's got a car phone.
She opens the door. She's putting her stuff kind of in the car. Moss, I'm going to need you. Come with me. Yes, Miss Scarlett.
I guess we ask no questions. We will just look around mill then? Yes, this is fine.
Do you want to ask questions? You can ask questions.
I mean, it seems like she is in a hurry. We can just...
Is there a particular place in the mill we should focus on?
I'm not sure. The factory floor has had many incidents, as that's where the machinery has been, but it's been all over. It's not a very large place. If you're looking into the accidents, and just gets me evidence so I can sell this. I want to be done with all of it.
All right. We will begin looking around, I think, then.
Call August if you have anything. I'm too... she doesn't even want to finish the sentence. She seems very, very...
rude.
High-strung?
busy with other things. As she's getting into her car, she just says, listen, just don't mess with anything. Okay?
We wouldn't dream of it.
No, come on. It's just 3 men and a dog.
So it's still full machinery then, right? So maybe we can find some good parts to sell for later.
She looks kind of like annoyed. Why did I hire these people? Which is a common theme in our games.
It's true.
And then she gets into her car.
Toodle-doo!
She begins to drive off, and August quickly fumbles and looks like he's trying to like get a bunch of keys or like get a specific key, but he sees that she's leaving, so he just gives you all of them. I says, here. I have to go. Just take a look around, see what you can find.
Which keys for the front door?
It's a chain link fence around the property, except for the side that has the river, and the gate is currently open.
Got it.
It's just a single like door gate, but there is a padlock on it with like a chain, and he does say like this one's for the padlock when you leave, and he gives you his number so that you can call him if anything happens or if afterwards.
All right. Much appreciated, Augie.
I'll text you. You'll get that in a few years.
Hey, your kids are going to love it.
So he fumbles into his car and quickly drives off towards Miss Herring.
I'm going to check on my equipment in the van really quick.
All right, so yeah, you can get your tools. You gather your cameras and your sound equipment and your very important bag of ancestors' things and a crowbar. For the case of Ivan.
It's an ancestor's crowbar, too.
My ancestral crowbar.
My ancestral crowbar.
Yeah, and you are at Herring Steelworks, about to begin your investigation. It's still early in the morning, and there's a lot to do.
I bet this is going to be a great and fantastic adventure with nothing spooky happening.
Not at all.
Surely everything that has happened here is truly just regular accidents, and this molten man is nothing more than a common myth.
Yeah, we're here to prove that everything's normal and fine, and there's no such thing as supernatural ghosts.
Compies turns to the group and says, I dare say nothing strange will probably happen at all.
Shut up, Comfies. I didn't even have my boost this morning.
Look, it's my fucking bathwater, and I want you to drink it.
That's also in the commercial.
Yeah, it's just me at the end standing in a bathtub going, it's my fucking bathwater.
It's the fine print that's running the entire time on the bottom, like, Alex water is Alex's bathwater.
It's just that line, that sentence over and over again. It's just this bathwater, don't.
And I'm still too hot for this show. Woo! Woo!